Yo boys, hope y'all are all good. We got another video, same type of vibe as last video. Gonna be going over some good investments for the upcoming collection. Who I think the collection is gonna be. How I've been making my stubs recently and before. How I made the come up to 700,000, a million stubs. And then maybe a little bit of what you might need and expect out of the collection from Sunday. Alright, let's get it. So first of all, boys, we're gonna take a second to think about who the collection could be. So you guys leave your early predictions in the comments below before you listen to what I say. And maybe if something I say changes your opinion. What we got here is basically the best team possible. And what do we notice about this team? Other than Juan Marichal, we were grinding him. You see, all the good pitchers are left, literally like all of them. And some of the best hitters are lefties. Kyle Schwarber, Ted Williams. This Ethan Holiday, I haven't even got to use him yet. Because what does it look like having so many lefties when every pitcher is a lefty? You know, Cattell crushes righties. He's probably better versus righties overall. Versus righties, better. Now, Judge has been cooking for me in this meta. Pretty good. You know, I'm thinking about even putting Gil back in there just because so many lefties. You know, Gil crushes the lefties. 420 versus lefties. So what I'm getting at here is, what do we see about the meta? We're lacking right-handed batters that crush lefties. Other than DHs. We have a couple guys that are DHs, sure. Maybe Scott Rowland, kinda. People don't really like his swing. I did. The main point that people are overlooking, it's a Legends and Flashback collection. We've gotten 2 Legends. I think it's about time for a Flashback. So if we take a look, SDS knows people want hitter collection rewards. And I don't think it'll really be an outfielder unless it's Mike Trout. I think Mike Trout is definitely an option. Something like a Soto would be out of touch. If they give us another lefty, people would be mad. Maybe a 40-70 Acuna. That could be a shout. 40-70 Acuna card. That would cook. People are wondering why Acuna didn't get a card this All-Star draw. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe a gross Mookie Betts. Although I doubt they'd do that. Yeah, I'm thinking if it's a flashback, it's either going to be Mike Trout, Acuna, or they could just not do a flashback, although I really think they would. If the meta wasn't so lefty heavy, I'd say Babe is in need of a card. We really need a Vlad Sr. Vlad Sr. is in need of a card. But I think we're going to get a righty that crushes lefties. Or a starting pitcher. But I really doubt it's going to be a stub. You see the stub count. Could be a bit better if I bought some live series players for roster updates, but I don't do that. So you see I'm at basically a million stubs if I sold Cattell without any live series investments. I'm going to be showing y'all quickly how I made that happen. So firstly, anytime a weekend classic, if you can get up to the 700, 800, 900 levels, you can get these weekend classic cards pretty easily and just sell them. 100k. I made 200k off of the 2 packs, sold them, and the next weekend classic starts on Friday, and they're gonna be 5k stubs for the cart in the rewind. So there you go. Now early in the game cycle, not so much anymore. What I would do is I would hop in events, hop in a rank game right when these missions drop, try to rush out as many as I can, get this card as quick as I can, and sell it for like 50, 40k stubs. I think I sold the Mike Piazza multiplayer reward for 50k. I remember Yelich was a good 50k. You can make good stubs off that. Of course, hitting World Series and selling the card before it goes out in the multiplayer rewind pack. Always make sure you do that. Always make sure you dump off these cards before they're in that pack and drop the 5k stubs. So every once in a while, after you open a bunch of packs, you're gonna wanna go to your collections, go to exchanges, exchange players, exchange silvers for golds, and just clear out your silvers. You see, I've already been doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna need one more guy to get a pack, but I've been dumping my silvers there. You can even exchange all your bronzes for silvers and then silvers into golds. I could probably get 100, 200k from doing all that, but it would take me hours, and I'm not doing that. I don't need 100, 200k. Now, recently, in recent times, this is how I've been making my stubs. So you got 2 options. You got the chill grind on the draft map, average of 15K to 25K. And if you get lucky, pull a good guy, that's around 60K to 80K in one run. Probably takes you about an hour to do this. Not bad stubs. That's guaranteed. Diamond Quest. Whenever a new Diamond Quest runs out, if it is doable to run, like this one I was running, you guys seen the last video, we were making stubs off that, but now these cards are not so good anymore. We're gonna start getting into the upcoming investments for Sunday when the new Legend and Flashback collection drops on the 27th. Firstly, we think back to the Ted Williams collection, old Diamond Quest random series cards that people neglected to get or sold off or whatever. People are gonna realize they need Bryson Stott. They need Shane McClanahan. They're gonna need Josh Jung and Ottavino, Jim Thome and Whitey Ford. Like, all these cards, they're already at a really good price point for grinding, but on Sunday they're all gonna spike. I expect Whitey Ford to go to 25K. You see, I have 8 Shane McClanahans. I've been running that Diamond Quest. I expect them to go up to 30 plus on Sunday. That's gonna net me 200K stubs just from Shane. That's my favorite investment for this upcoming collection, is the old Diamond Quest cards. You can make a lot of stubs just all these 99 full 99 lineups versus you can beat a full team at 85s and silvers and bronzes on GOAT. You can. Those first Diamond Quests, you can win those. I guarantee you can. And if you can't, make a full bunt team and bunt. I expect the odd, maybe not Helzy because he was just in the multiplayer program, but maybe some of the older guys. Take a look here. Yelich, I could see him going up to maybe 15. You see, there's only 10 orders before he starts getting up to 15K there. A lot of sell orders, but I can see him going up a bit of stubs. Old multiplayer cards. Old inning bosses. Here's one, McGuire. He'll probably go up to maybe 20, 25. Mostly the inning bosses that weren't picked a lot. I expect Bernie to go up a bit. You know, there's so many investments you can make and ways to make stubs that you can be prepared for this upcoming collection. And let's talk about that. How many cards are you gonna need to be prepared? So Topps Now, this is also the last investment. All these cards are gonna go up. For Ted Williams, they all went up. All these guys that are at 6K stubs, they're gonna be at 8, 9K. I've already bought all of them. And whichever ones I don't need, I'm gonna sell off. But when Ted Williams came out, you needed practically every Topps Now. I think you could skip Willie Castro and maybe one guy, that's it. So I'm not expecting to have a lot of guys to sell here. So make sure you have most of these Topps Now guys if you want this new upcoming card right away. Cornerstone, you're gonna need all the cards. I need to get one more, and there's a new 3 dropping on Friday that you're probably gonna need. So keep that in mind. Standout, I expect you to be able to skip 1. I'm expecting Posada to shoot up. Here's another investment. Any chase card that could be a gatekeeper for the collection will shoot up in price. Now, let's say you need every single standout card. Posada could shoot up to damn near 100,000 stubs. Even if you could skip 1, I could see Posada going to around 60K just from people. You know, maybe they didn't realize that they don't have Paul O'Neill if you don't have Judge, or this Bob Gibson gets to 50K for some reason. No, you never fully know what's gonna happen, but I can guarantee you that Posada will not go down in price. I'm 99% sure he won't go under 38K. Postseason, I'd imagine you'll need basically every card. They only added 2, 3. Maybe you could skip 1. In that case, I'll just sell Whitey Ford. But I'd imagine you'll need most. Spotlight, you're gonna need mostly every guy. I just went ahead and bought them all just in case, because last time they were pretty heavy on having mostly every guy up to date when Ted Williams came out. These guys will probably have a little spike and then they'll drop off a cliff when the monthly Spotlight program comes out and they give out these packs like candy. Maybe if you need every card, Nick will go to 35, 40. And I could see these guys going to 30, 25. Here's another good investment opportunity. Chase pack Trey Turner. Now, if you can only skip one in this, I fully expect Trey Turner to jump up to 100,000 stubs easily. But I don't need that 50K investment risk to take that risk, is what I mean. So I'm not doing that. I just have one of him. If you can skip both these guys, hey, I'll just sell them. I doubt you're going to be able to skip both. I mean, 115K for Tom Seaver. If you need this card, I'm sure a lot of people are just going to wait for him to be in the pro multiplayer program. Veteran, you're going to have every card, I'd imagine. Breakout, we've talked about. Shane McClanahan and Bryson Stott will go up. Rookie, you're going to need maybe every card, maybe skip one. If you can skip one, I'd imagine either way, Devin Williams is going to go up a bit. Maybe not, because he'll be in that rewind pack, but we'll have to see. I wouldn't bet on Devin Williams as an investment, but it's possible. Now, these cards are going to shoot up in price. If there's no flash sale, I could see these cards being 25, 30K. Being a good gatekeeper for the people that just neglected to do this, the Scott Rowland collection. Anytime there's a flash sale for these guys, I always buy one for 7K because they're always going to shoot back up. You see the last flash sale, they went down to 8K, and now they're back up to 25. So last ride, I'm expecting you're going to need this Nolan Ryan, who's 25K right now. I'm interested to see what they do with this, because they could either just give you the voucher, make you have this Nolan Ryan. I could see him shooting up until there's a flash sale. It'll be interesting. Contributor, Beltre, you already see he's going up. I purchased him for 37 because I knew this would happen. And you already see he's at 60. People are starting to realize you're going to need this Beltre most likely. And if you don't, I get to sell him for 60K. I'm a happy guy. If I need him, I bought him for 30. So here we are. These World Series cards, I expect them to go up a bit, have a little peak before they reach the multiplayer program. Milestone, I think there's no way you need this Joe Nathan. It's going to be 2 multiplayer programs before he's in the rewinds. That would just be insane if you need him. Awards could be interesting. I expect Joe Mauer to go up a lot. He already is. Purchased him for around 36. He's at 47 now. I could see him going to 60 if he's needed. Hopefully this Corbin Burns is cheaper for the Weekend Classic Rewind that's coming Friday. And I'll pick him up, and we'll only be missing Morgan. I expect this one to be around 8 or 9, so this one should be pretty easy. Jolt, you're going to need 30. You're going to need all these guys done. Color Storm, I imagine you need 20. Maybe 30 if they're mean. And then you're going to need Cal, you're going to need Ethan Holiday, you're going to need Judge. And you're 99% of the time going to be able to skip one, and that will be All-Star for me. This is just insanely expensive. You're going to need pretty much every card. We're not doing that. Alright, boys, though. I think that's going to do it. If you did enjoy my insight, leave a like and a comment. I'm hoping I can help somebody get some stubs with this video. Maybe somebody can make some stubs out there, be a little more prepared for the collection coming up. But anyways, boys, I'm going to be trying to get a co-op video out soon. Maybe something gameplay related. We're going to try to cook something up. But yeah, boys, if you did enjoy, leave a like.